Hello, everyone. How are we? Hope everybody is okay. So, smile. It's Friday. That means the start of the weekend for many of us who are working. And I hope that everyone gets off to a fantastic, cracking weekend because it is Friday. That means a whole 2 days off for many of you, which is fantastic. So great to be here once again. Today is October the 7th, Friday, October the 7th. And I've got a few updates and bits and pieces for you, written them down so I do not forget. Good to see so many of you here supporting me on this channel and on my lives. It really is comforting to know that that you tune in on a daily basis to get the updates that I have. Remember, as always, I can only update you on the things that I know. My crystal ball is not quite as good as it used to be. So I can only bring you the information that I do know. And there's no point in speculating about things that I don't know about. And if I don't know, I shall tell you I don't know. So without further ado, obviously I'll give everyone a good shout out at the end, especially all my tea clubbers. They are the ones that are in green in the chat area. So thank you guys for supporting me on a monthly basis. It's very, very kind of you. And without your continued support, I wouldn't be able to spend the endless hours that I do dedicating everything that I do to Onpassive. Had a very late night last night for obvious reasons. Well, it's a late night every night, really. But obviously for obvious reasons, clearing out a lot of admin and work behind the scenes. So I didn't get much sleep last night. But hey, it is what it is. That's why we are here in Onpassive land. So let's get straight to it. First off, let's talk about pending founders. These are being cleared out at the moment. If you are lucky enough to still see the transfer button, then you can use it. But bear in mind, guys, it could disappear any moment. I do know that they have started clearing them all out, and it's just going to be a process now of doing that. So if there is people saying, "Oh, I've still got it in my back office. I thought it was finishing at midnight," it is a process, and I do know they are clearing them out. So that was it for the pending founders. Remember what Ash said about the company reserving the rights to either flush them all or to do something with them for a company or whatever down the line. But as far as the general foundership is concerned, that's it. Finito. There is no more, which is fantastic news because it means now that we can move on to the next part, okay, of Onpassive. And also, guys, many of you have had 4 years to buy a position anyway. So wanting extensions, etc., nah, it's not going to be happening as far as I know. But I have been wrong in the past, but as far as I know, there will be no extensions. So let's move forward, which is fantastic, and take it from there. So moving on then, I want to talk actually a little bit about a few things. Ivana Polsarova, thank you so much for your super sticker from Czechoslovakia, I believe she is in. Fantastic, thank you so much. Quick talk about the new website from yesterday. I did talk about it yesterday. I've had a really good look at it over the last 24 hours. Man, is it good. Really love it. Is lots and lots, in fact, more moving parts to it than I've seen on any other website that we've had so far. When you're hovering over, when you're moving, things are swishing around and changing colors and spinning and all. Really, really good, in my opinion. One of the best ones that we've seen. I say this almost on a weekly basis now, as far as our websites are concerned. But for me, really, really good. Love the way it is. I like the way that it's all laid out. So if you are, why am I saying it like that? Because if you're a new person going to onpassive.com, which is primarily what it's all about, I think that the layout of the way that it walks you down the page, okay, is all set out really directed towards that new person who has come there with one reason. They want to know more about Onpassive, and the layout of it, of how it walks that person through the web page from the top to the bottom, is really good in my opinion. It flows very well, gives the information in the parts and particulars. So for instance, when you're scrolling down, you get to the products and you think, oh, let's have a look at a few products. You can then swish across, okay, gives you some more products, also then gives you more information. So if you want to stay on that part, it does it there. But if you scroll past the products, other things, more history about Onpassive, okay, and then all the way down to the bottom where it brings up the blogs, testimonials, these types of things, old videos, all the way at the bottom. So I absolutely loved it. Thought it was really good. And like I said, kudos to the designers of the websites. I think that the new people that he's got hired now are really showing how good they are at their job. They've been kind of let loose with the Onpassive websites, and they really are bringing some very new, innovative ideas and visuals as far as how the website is looking. So kudos to you guys over there in Hyderabad, doing a great job. Keep it up on our behalf, obviously. So it's great that you are doing that. Next thing that I wanted to talk about is merchandising. Now, I've had many people contacting me, not just the last couple of days, but over a period of time, asking me, Red, what is the deal as far as getting t-shirts printed, caps, and any merchandising as far as Onpassive is concerned? There is a general rule, okay? Chandan sheet on. Very careful how you say that. Thank you very much for your super sticker. That's thrown me. So merchandising. As far as merchandising is concerned, the rule of thumb is you can take any of the logos from the Onpassive official website, the Onpassive official blogs, okay, and you can use them for printing purposes. But this is the but. You cannot print for profit. What do I mean by that? It is very, very simple. If you are having a gathering, or you've got a group of people, or you're doing live shows, demonstrations, get-togethers, whatever it may be, or for your own personal use, you can have printed whatever Onpassive merchandising you want, okay, because it is for personal use, and it is there because you want to advertise yourself within Onpassive. What you can't do is sell it for a profit, okay? You can sell it at cost, okay, because you are covering your costs for the production of the t-shirt. But what you can't do is say, here's a list, here's my shop, you can have this polo shirt, this t-shirt with this Onpassive here, and these here scarves and hats and mugs, blah blah blah, and you are making a profit for it, okay? That is something that you cannot do. But if you want to print something for your personal use, or your team, or your meet and greet, or like they did in Bangladesh for their big meeting over there, everyone was having red, da-da-da, not a problem. You can do all that. So please bear that in mind when you are doing any merchandise printing, or mugs, cups, caps, etc. Okay, so bear that in mind. The other things I've got on my list here for you guys is being noticed. Now, I said about how you never know who is looking at you in the background because of Onpassive, you know, and your actions and what you are doing. Remember, guys, if you are a person who is in employment at the moment by other companies, who may feel that you are taking your eye off their ball, okay, and concentrating wholly on passive, okay, and they feel that Onpassive might be of competition to them. Please be very mindful, okay? Yes, Onpassive is going to financially set you free in the future, but you also have to secure your future now. And that means that you have to be mindful of not burning all your bridges. Now, I'm not telling you what to do by any means, because I'm not. But what I am advising you to do is just be mindful and careful that sometimes being high profile within Onpassive could have a detrimental effect for you at your business at the moment. Okay, why am I saying this? I am saying this for good reason, because I know how many companies right now are looking at Onpassive. Okay, there is an awful lot of people who know about Onpassive, and what does a company do when they find out about something? They go looking, they do some investigations, they'll be looking at videos, they'll be looking at social media. Gerard, let me look. Gerard Gregor, thank you so much. Apparently you are amazing. Fantastic. In a super sticker as well. Thank you so much for that. It's very kind of you. So please bear in mind that, you know, you have to earn your money at the moment. You have to keep that roof metaphorically over your family's head at the moment before until Onpassive gets going. And also remember, guys, you are not going to make an extortionate amount of money from day one overnight with Onpassive. Yes, some people will, but they are such a small percentage of the foundership of Onpassive that you have to be realistic about what Onpassive is going to do for you. Is it going to change your financial future? Yes, it is, but it's not going to be on day one. For some people, it will be, but they are such a small percentage. It is going to have an impact on your financial future over a period of time. And this is because the mechanics and the way that Onpassive has been set up takes time, okay, to go along. And you need to be mindful that you will have to realistically still carry on working for a few months, 6 months, even a year. I don't know. I don't know how quickly that momentum is going to get going for Onpassive. But what you don't want to do is to jeopardize your situation, position, where you are within your working environment at the moment, because you have made yourself too high profile within Onpassive. Does that mean you can't continue to do stuff with Onpassive? Of course it doesn't. It means that sometimes you have to take a little bit of a step back to protect yourself, for your family, and for what you are doing at the moment. As they say, don't burn all your bridges, okay? Keep those options until you can decide what you want to do, because it is then your decision. What you don't want to do is to take that decision out of your own hands, okay, because of something else. Right, so that was that one I wanted to bring to the table for you. The other thing I wanted to talk to you is that I've had a couple of people talk to me about other businesses, other ideas, and things that they want to put forward to Onpassive and to Ash Mufareh of things going forward. Now, they're all good ideas, and we have been told that there is going to be a portal within the new website where you could put ideas to the company. Who's that? We've got Massine Ham something or other. I'll just go back to it. Marcian Hamabu, thank you so much for your super sticker and continued support. Ideas are great. They really are. It is what we are here to do as far as founders. We are here to found this business. We are here to help launch the company of Onpassive. And part of that is our feedback as founders to the company on our ideas of things we think it would be good for the company. Have you thought about this? I think I've got this that I want you to have a look at. All of these will be available for you to put forward to the company in the future. But please bear in mind, right, we are a business that is completely different from any other business. So what the status quo in the old business world is, for instance, if you wanted to not tell somebody of your idea in case they were going to take your idea or whatever it may be, that's not how Onpassive is. Onpassive has broken that business mold. We are doing things completely different. So don't come to me telling me, oh, this is how business is done and this is what normally happens in a business environment. This has to be done and that has to be done. No, it doesn't have to be done that way because we don't do it that way in Onpassive. We are not the same as any other business. We don't do the same as any other business. Why? Because we are completely different from any other business. So if you've still got the old business mentality of how things are done, okay, don't expect Onpassive to do it that way because they are not going to do it that way. If you have got an idea, fantastic. You will be rewarded by Onpassive, okay, with your idea because you are the instigator of that idea. Ash has said it on many a times that whether it is his tech guys in Hyderabad that have come up with the idea, they get rewarded for these ideas. If you are a founder with an idea and the company use that idea, you will be rewarded for that idea. Okay, there's no question of the company stealing it or not recognizing you or whatever like that. That's old school. That's old businesses. That is not Onpassive by any means. We appreciate our foundership. We appreciate people coming forward with ideas, and you will be recognized for those ideas. And at the end of the day, if you do not trust the company, don't give them the idea. Simple as that. So I thought I'd bring that up as well. Okay, that you people need to get out of the old business model mentality of how things used to work and this is how it's done. No, it's not. That's not how it's done at all. You're in Onpassive now. We have broken that mold. We are doing it completely differently. We are turning it completely on its head of how business is done. How many times has Ash Mufareh told us businesses will be coming to us to teach them how we do it, not the other way around. We're not going to someone else and saying, how do you do it? Because you've been doing it like that for how many years and it's not been working. They will be coming to us and asking us how we have done it. Can you teach us how Onpassive did it so that we can help to make our company the same? That is what's going to happen. Why? Because we have broken that mold, because we are doing something completely different to what is perceived to be the normal. So let's get that one out of the way. A couple of other things that I want to bring up is let's talk about videos. You guys doing videos. I'm still accepting many of you. As you can see, I put up now on a regular basis on this channel, doing some great stuff, guys, all the time. If you've got a video that you want to have exposure for, send it to me either to redredfern1@gmail.com or via direct message on Facebook. Give me the link. I'll have a look at it. And if I think it's up to scratch, I'll be more than happy to give you guys as much exposure as possible. Why do I want to do this? I want to do it because collectivity, that's all of us, okay, coming together is a good thing. Okay, the more that I can help you guys be recognized for your efforts, whether it's videos, whether it's anything, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I will help you as much as possible. So send them over to me. I will put them on my channel, and you will then obviously get the recognition. If you look as well on my channel, whenever I put on that, I always give the credit to the person who has made the video, whether it's Bill Must, whether it is Raphael Saint-Germain, whether it is who else does it, Pigeon or Pooja or anybody, it doesn't really matter. I always say in the description at the top who has done that video. Okay, what I don't want is for people to think it's come from me, because that's not how I am. That's not who I are. I want to give that credit to the other people as well. Let's have a little few shout outs as well when we're talking about videos of people who don't do videos but are very, very prolific within Onpassive. I want to just mention a few people here that I believe have been pillars of the Onpassive society in the background. Number one, Tanya Onpassive. In my opinion, Onpassive and social media and the help of the foundership, we would not be as learned, we would not be as have the direction or the queries cleared up so quickly if Tanya wasn't beavering away in the background on multiple sites, answering questions, making sure that adverse comments or posts don't get through. So fantastic work, Tanya. You've done an absolute amazing job for Onpassive over the years, and kudos to you for everything you've done. The two other people as well I want to give recognition to is Lynn Nakamoto and Rob Gorman. I caught the late night live last night when I got back up after going to sleep for a couple of hours. And did Lynn look tired? Get some sleep, Lynn Nakamoto. I know you are the Energizer Bunny. I know that you keep on going, but you can't keep on going like you are forever. So, Lynn, get some sleep. I do appreciate the amount of work you put in on a regular basis for Onpassive. And Rob, you've been a fantastic asset as well, doing the Rob Lynn on the night time and just your general presence around Onpassive. You are a great asset now to what is going on. And Kaylee as well, big shout out for you as well, for the Indian contingent, always there on every single one of the webinars, wherever they are all over the world. Narelle Walcon as well. She stays up over in Australia just to support the lives and all the rest of it. She's a true leader in her own right in her own country in Australia. And I wanted to give you a really good shout out on here as well. So there has been some really good people coming through at the moment. Too many to mention, to be absolutely honest with you. Paddy McGuigan. Paddy writes some amazing posts, guys. Why does he write good posts? Now, some of you are probably thinking, I can't write like that. I'll tell you why Paddy writes like he writes, because he's writing it from the heart here. Anthony Abetti, thank you so much for your super sticker. Paddy writes how he is thinking at the time, okay, about whatever it is. He's writing it from the heart in a manner that he knows other people will understand. That's why he is so good at writing his posts, because it all comes from here, from his heart. So I wanted to give you a good shout out as well, Paddy, for everything you do. Andy Burks has really come on in leaps and bounds within the UK and Ireland as well. He's on many webinars, very knowledgeable, good speaker. Again, so too many people to mention who have done fantastic things. Gina Lever, who has really come to the forefront as well. Been on many of the corporate webinars of late as well. Speaks very well, knowledgeable. All of these people who have been found, the diamonds in the rough, as Marty would say. Do not think that you cannot do it, but you have to start somewhere. If you want to be recognized, that is, okay, you can do lots and lots of these. Also, I've just been given a piece of paper from Jane. She also wants to thank Jane. This is from my wife, Jane. She wants to thank a few people who have been messaging her over the last few years. In particular, and no, not necessarily in any order, The Voice, Robin Noble. She wants to give a massive shout out to Robin for being there for Jane and having a laugh and a few backwards and forwards in messaging. The amazing Susie McRae, Jane wants to thank as well. Alicia Maguire, who's an amazing woman. If you want to know about TikTok, okay, Alicia Maguire is your girl. What she doesn't know about TikTok's not worth knowing. You've probably seen some really good TikToks from her as well. It's certainly going to be one of the mediums that a lot of people will be using to get the word of Onpassive out there. And also Jane wants to thank Tanya Onpassive as well for helping her as well. So that's about it from me on this session. We're going to make way now for Chris Johnson. He's coming on at 1:30 in a couple of minutes' time. So let's go over there. Okay, let's support Chris. He's going to G us all up, I bet. Okay, a few heys off him and all the rest of it. And then Marty has already posted his for the top of the hour as well. So you've got at least an hour's full worth of myself, Marty, and Chris. So let's go over, support them, and get any updates that I've missed. I'm sure will be covered by the other two guys as well. Last but not least, shout out as well for doing videos, the amazing Pat Parent. Okay, she does some great videos. Again, I share all her stuff on my channel. All of you are amazing. Any single one of you founders who is here right now, okay, is amazing. You are true Onpassivians. Why? Because you show up, you treat it like a business, you want to know the updates, you want to be involved, and you have got Onpassive in your blood. You are, in my opinion, amazing. Anyway, that's it from me for today. I'll see you once again tomorrow on Saturday, and then I'll try and take Sunday off, well, for some of it. Tonight, we've also got Ron and Lynn's Late Night Live. I think that starts at 9 p.m. UK. I think maybe, I don't know, 3, is it, I think? Or is it, I don't know. Someone put it in the chat what time Ron and Lynn's on, so we'll know. And I don't know if anything else is on after that or not. I can't remember. Anyway, that's it from me for today. Stay tuned, guys. Connected into your back office, and let's look forward to the next stage of Onpassive. Things are moving for sure. I'm sure we're going to see Ash very shortly. But if we don't see him over the weekend, you know, it means that he is working his absolute little socks off just for us. How amazing is that? 8 p.m. There you go. Thanks so much, guys. It's been an absolute blast. Don't forget as well, Rob Lynn is on at midnight Eastern Daylight Time, 5 a.m. UK, if you want to stay up and get up for that. That's it for me. Bye for now.